Hi everyone, and welcome to World History Part 1, History 111, here at Eastern Oregon University. I am your professor, Philip Travis, and I will be your guide in what is an incredibly fascinating period of history. In this class, we cover a tremendous time frame in terms of the chronology of history. We go from the emergence of human civilization all the way up to the end of the European Middle Ages, which of course then sets you up for the second part of the class, History 112, that goes from the end of the European Middle Ages through the modern era to present. This particular class, I think, is really fascinating, and the reason is because there's so much wonder and mystery in ancient history. There's so much area for thought-provoking conversations about how the ancient past has shaped our world today. And in this class, we're going to immediately start talking about the development of human civilization and think about how human civilization, the emergence of civilization, first of all, what do we mean by civilization, but also how the emergence of civilization changed the way humans live. Humans existed on the earth in one form or another for many, many years before human civilization. Indeed, millions of years when you talk about human ancestors. And so civilization, if you consider the entire trajectory of human ancestors on Earth, civilization is an incredibly small period of history. And so when we think about the emergence of civilization, it's really important to consider how human life fundamentally changed and map the course to the present as a result of this. So welcome to this class. We are going to be getting into some incredibly fascinating subjects in this class, from the discussion of things like Stonehenge to the pyramids of Egypt, to the ancient Sumerians, the Persians, the Romans, the ancient Chinese empires, the peoples of the Americas like the Maya or the Olmec, the Inca, African civilizations, the emergence of humanity from Africa, and of course, European societies as well. So we have a lot of stuff to cover in this class, and I think we're all going to have a pretty fun time in this class, just simply because it's such a fascinating subject. Our book for this class is, and I'm not sure if your cover will look exactly the same as this, but it's Patterns of World History. The author is von Sivers. Make sure when you're buying this book that you've got the first part. Don't get the second part. Make sure you get the part that is up to, I believe it's 1500, up to 1600 actually. We won't go as far as 1600 in this course. We'll go about 1500 in this class. But make sure you get the first one. Don't get the second part, because that'll be for World History Part 2. So it's Patterns of World History by von Sivers. It's an Oxford University Press book. I actually assigned this book not only because I think it's a good textbook, but it's actually one of the most affordable textbooks for a class like this. I also do this because there should be some pretty reasonable pricing options for this book. So make sure you get the book for the class. I will also provide some primary sources throughout the class. During this class, I provide recorded lectures as well every week. So every single week that you go into the modules in your class, in the classroom, I have a recorded lecture. Sometimes I have two. And you should watch those lectures, because I base those lectures on my own knowledge as well as the textbook of the history that we're talking about. And so the recorded lectures can really help you sort of grasp the subject and be prepared for the tests. In the class, we have 3 tests during the term. They are open book. You may use your book on them. They are timed, though. And there are multiple choice questions, as well as there are some short essay questions. They're not long. I also ask you to write 1 paper in this class. Information on the paper is forthcoming. But you write 1 paper in the class, and you have the option to write a second paper. So if you don't do well on the first paper, you want to pull your grade up, I drop the lowest paper score. So there's 2 papers technically, but you only have to write 1. If you write both of them, it can't hurt your grade. I will only keep the highest score. There is a weekly discussion in this class. Every single week, I pose a discussion prompt, a discussion question. This first week, we're going to talk about the origins of human civilization and its ramifications for human societies in the future. Participate in the discussion forum. I have the guidelines posted for you, but I expect everyone to be active in the discussion forum by Thursday at the latest, and then I want to see 2 days of activity. Kind of what I'm looking at is 1 post, 2 replies over 2 separate days starting Thursday. If you don't have the greatest post ready by Thursday, that's fine. Just post a brief post or post a reply. I'm not going to go in there and start marking you wrong or right. I want to see that we're engaged in a discussion. And it's important that we're engaged in a discussion that is academic and based on our readings and the class lectures. So please remember, always be respectful in the discussion forum and make sure that your posts and replies in the discussion forum are based on the weekly lectures and or the assigned reading for the class. Always be respectful and always be professional in our engagement in the discussion forum. I want to see us having a conversation in the discussion forum. Let's see. So I open modules week by week, and so when you go in the class, the first thing you need to do is go through the Getting Started modules. After you go through the Getting Started modules, week 1 will open up. I open up every subsequent week on Sunday before the class begins. And all assignments are due on Sunday. So we go by week in class. So this week we'll have week 1, then Sunday I'll open up week 2, and so on and so forth. And when we have tests, I try to provide you with a study guide the week prior. I try to provide you with the information for the paper the week prior as well. My contact information is on the syllabus. If you ever need to talk with me, like on the telephone, please email me first and we'll set up an appointment. I'm always available to chat with students about the class if you need. So see the syllabus, and there is a little syllabus quiz, or it's really a getting started quiz, but it's largely based on the syllabus. So make sure you take that before the week 1 modules opens. So make sure you look through all the materials in the class and get a good feel for it. Every week in the class, I do an opening announcement like this. I have a video announcement at the beginning of each week. And I offer extra credit in that video announcement. And the extra credit is really simple. And the reason I do this is because I want students to get an understanding of what we're doing during the week. I want you to get a feel for what's going on in the week, and I want you to get a feel for that early. So you start thinking about the class earlier than later. If you're engaging the class material at the beginning of the week rather than just leaving it to the weekend, it's going to be better for you learning the subject. And so I want everybody to watch these weekly announcements, and that's why I offer extra credit for watching these. The way the extra credit works is you watch my opening announcement, and I will give you a historical factoid. And all you have to do is email me the factoid no later than Wednesday by midnight. And then I take your factoid and I put it in a special folder. I won't respond to you very often unless you ask a question or you say, wow, that was really interesting. I might respond to it. But I'm getting them. If I don't respond, trust me, I'm getting them. I do this every term. So I'll take the factoid and I'll put it in a little special folder. And the way it works is every factoid that you do, you get 1 point. And it all adds up, and by the end of the term, that adds up to 10 points. I add those 10 points to one of your test scores at the end of the term. So if you had a 78 on a test, I add the 10 points to it, it becomes an 88. And the difference in terms of your grade is about 3 percentage points on your final grade. So it is not insignificant, and it can mean the difference in an A or a B or a C, a D or a C. Hopefully no one's in the D to C range. Hopefully everybody's up in the A, B range in this class. But the extra credit really will help your grade out. So all you have to do is watch my opening announcements every week, and then send me an email. Say, Dr. Phil, this was the factoid for this week in the announcements. Make sure you just send it to me no later than by Wednesday at midnight, and you get tabulated for one of those points. Remember, every week I provide at least one recorded video lecture. It's a PowerPoint through YouTube that provides notes, provides images, and information about the material that we're covering. And it'll really help you. The weekly lectures, which is separate from these videos, those weekly lectures will really help you grasp the subject and be prepared for the tests. This announcement, I want to just be an opening welcome announcement, say, greetings to the class, this is what you should expect, this is what we're covering, this is where to find things, and so forth. But I also want to do our first extra credit in this announcement. This extra credit announcement you'll find just below this video. Just below this video is a video that I made from an ancient historical site, actually in Ireland. I want you to watch that video and then email me no later than Wednesday by midnight the basic gist of what you learned in that video. So I'm going to not tell you exactly what the video is about yet. I want you to watch it. I travel the world. I've been all over the world. And when I travel, it's all about seeing historical places for me. And so when I go to historical places, I take lots of photos, which I share with you. I also shoot videos oftentimes. And I also like to share these videos with you in my online class because I really think it enhances the online classroom. And so this first video this week comes from an ancient historical site. And I want everybody to watch it. And I think it's an ancient site that most of you are probably not aware of, actually. And so watch this video, found just below. Email me, just tell me the gist of the video. Email me no later than Wednesday by midnight and get your first extra credit point in the term. And I have other cool videos. I have videos I'm going to show you from places like the Roman Forum or the Pont du Gard Aqueduct in southern France or from castles in England. I have lots of great videos to share with you, and I'm really excited about this class. The Ancient World History course, I think, is one of the most fun. You can have some of the big questions. You can ask some of the big questions that are very thought-provoking, but you can also, imagine and delve into the mystery of history and the ancient past and how these seemingly faraway people live, but how their life is directly relevant to ours today. So I think this is a really fascinating period of history. Hopefully that's pretty clear to everyone. If you have any questions, please email me. And let's have a really great term. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun in here. Again, my name is Philip Travis. I'm your professor in this course. So I'll see you in the discussion forum this week. Remember, post and reply. One post, 2 replies. Start by Thursday. Use the video lectures. Use the text material. And let's have a great week.